Hi, I'm back again. This is the last one for this week. So I just wanted to go over the writing process now that you're starting your first draft. So this is really the process for all writers, and this is what we're going to be doing always in our class. So you do the brainstorming, which we've done, the outlining, which we're going to be working on, writing your first draft, which comes next. Then we have to revise, and then we edit. And I'll explain the difference between those two in a few minutes. Then we write our final draft. Right? And then we proofread. So proofreading is not the same as revising and editing. Revising and editing should take a lot more time and a lot more attention than proofreading. Proofreading is really when you're completely finished, you're satisfied with your work, and you just want to read it over that one last time. So maybe there's a spelling error, maybe you didn't number the pages properly, maybe there's some small, tiny little mistakes here or there, but really, if you've done a good job of revising and editing, proofreading should take you 10 minutes tops. Now, I just want to look at the difference between revising and editing. Okay? So, revise has to do with global issues. That's big picture of the essay. That's major stuff. Okay? It always comes before editing. Why? Because if you have to change a lot of this, then you'd have to re-edit again anyway. So you're saving time by revising first, editing second. Okay? So, I use these initials. T, P, C, O, and PS. And I'll fill those in a second. Editing, I'm going to use these. G, P, S, and M. So what do you think these mean? For revise, the T is your thesis. How is your thesis? Is it clear? Is it effective? Is it specific enough for your essay? Major stuff right there. Okay, purpose. What is your purpose in writing? Are you writing a reflective essay, a descriptive one, an argumentative one, compare and contrast, research? What is your point, right? What is your point for writing, your purpose? Content. This has to do with everything that's in the essay, that whole bundle of stuff that's in there. Okay, is your content supportive enough? Do you have enough examples, enough material? Okay. And then we have organization, right? Is it organized well? Is it in proper order and format, right? Do you have transitions that go from one idea to the next, things like that? And then PS is paragraph structure. So are your paragraphs structured properly? Do they make sense? Are they in a reasonable order? Is one paragraph, a page long and the other one's only this big? That would be paragraph structure, right? We need to work on how we're transitioning our ideas, whether each topic has enough information before moving on to the next one. And then our last point here, so that's all revision, right, is editing. So editing has to do with grammar, which I'm sure we know, right? That has to do with a bunch of stuff. That whole chock full of, run-on sentences, sentence fragments, dangling modifiers, all that stuff. And then we have punctuation, right? So are we capitalizing? Are we using periods at the end of sentences? All those kinds of things. Then we have spelling, okay? Spelling, which we all know. And mechanics. Mechanics have to do with the structures of our sentences, right? So are our sentences properly structured? Are we using passive or active voice? And all that other stuff, which I can go over more, and I'll give some handouts to go over with you. But just the basics, okay? Revision is global errors, big picture stuff, all the things I just mentioned. Editing is much smaller scale. It's a sentence by sentence process, okay? So we're going to do all these things on our drafts as we edit and revise. All right, so I look forward to reading all of your drafts.